I'm Delta Work, and it's time for Very Delta. For your cardiovascular pleasure, Cody Rigsby's here. But first, do you want to see me go off? Because I think you want to see me go off.
Oh. Mom!
Are you a lady like me? Introspective, beautiful. Oh, are you intellectual like me? Beguiled by a bargain? You like wild times? Oh, like me? Are you serving the community like me? Well, if you are, then you must be Very Delta. I'm Delta Work, and this is Very Delta, a luxury public access podcast and YouTube talk show where I look gorgeous, speak extemporaneously, and invite fascinating people to sit on the couch and get Very Delta. Very Delta is for the woman who has the complete first season of Silk Stockings, Crime Time After Prime Time on DVD. But first, let's get into some things that are very Delta.
Go off, Delta!
Today, let's talk about grocery store etiquette. And I want to begin specifically with a shopping cart. Shopping carts really cause me so much anxiety, specifically because there's something in a conversation about whether or not it is an item that you are borrowing from the store and need to return, or whether it is something that you need to leave out because someone has a job, which is to pick up shopping carts. But the thing is, I don't understand why when people bring a cart out and they put their groceries in the car, whatever their purchases are, why they just think to like abandon the cart wherever they last used the cart. Like they have those things where they're in the middle and they're like little cordoned off things and you can push your cart in. I don't necessarily think it's really that much work just to go throw the cart inside there. Yeah, they're full. If you see that the carts are kind of pushing out, maybe guide them all in there so more people can get their carts in because, you know, it's not your job to do everybody else's job, but people are fucking lazy and it's going to be what it's going to be. There are people who I think are like very fundamentalist and they believe that your job when you're done is to take the cart all the way back inside the store. You know, I don't want to split hairs and say, well, I found the cart outside, so I'm going to leave it outside. But the reality is they have those little spots for you to put your cart in. I don't think it's a problem to use it. I think it's super fucked up when people push the cart into an open parking spot so now no one can use that spot. I do think it is your ethical responsibility as somebody who is borrowing the cart from the store to just move it along to an area that's not going to bother anyone else. Yes, maybe somebody didn't do that for you, but why be the person who does the exact same thing? Why not just do it for someone else and say, you know, I just want to keep all this clear. It's totally fine. I'm not saying you are an unpaid employee of the store. I'm just saying, come on, keep it nice, keep it friendly, move it along. It's not that difficult to do. You know, I see these carts a lot of times. People will push them in sort of the area that's marked with blue for handicapped, as it would say. People that have those little hangers that go on their hang in their car where an air freshener would go. Your rear view mirror. That's what we'll call it. I personally, my mom had knee surgery. So when she had knee surgery, they gave her one of those placards while she was healing because she would still need to move around, but you're supposed to park. You're offered the option to park in, you know, closer to the door. So sometimes I'll go be out with her and I'll think we're going to go in shopping. It might be the last run of the day and we're going to stop at Target. So I'll put that placard up. We'll park in a handicap spot and I'll wait for her to get out and she'll say, oh, are you just going to run in for a couple of things? I'll say, yeah, I'm going to run in for a couple of things. She'll say, well, I don't really need anything. So if you want to just go in, I'll wait in the car. And there's this weird sort of like responsibility I have because I feel like I wouldn't normally park here unless she was going in the store with me. But now we are parked here. And technically that placard is for the person that's in the car and she is in the car and we've already parked here. And I don't want to get out and go repark just to prove a point because technically we are running errands that have to do with her. So I just stay in the spot. And then I get out. And I have this thing, this anxiety again, and this thing that runs through my mind where I'm like, do I need to fake a limp or something so that people are like, oh, you must have had a surgery or you must have had something's wrong with you. That's why you're in the handicap, because you look able-bodied enough to not have to park there, which, as we know, that placard governs a lot of different reasons why somebody would need to use it. It has nothing to do, that placard only has something to do with physicality sometimes. There could be a million other reasons that you don't even see. It might have nothing to do with a limp. It might have nothing to do with using an assisted device. It could be something internally. It could be something, a million different reasons. But there are people out there who will think that it's their responsibility to govern who's using it. And it has happened to me. I was recently getting out of the car and somebody was like, must be nice to park up close, huh? And I thought, oh, shit. So then I had to say, oh, I'm actually with my mom and she's in the car and we're running air. And I felt like I was just like going in this circle and they just kind of looked at me and nodded. And I did think to myself, as a person who is very outspoken, why is it your fucking business? It's none of your goddamn business why I'm parked here. Call the cops. Have them put their fucking nose up my ass. It's none of your goddamn business to walk around. Why don't you grab a cart and take it up front and move the fuck along? Like, that's how I see it, right? But part of me is like, well, they are kind of right. I mean, why am I parked here? I was parked here for a reason. So there's like these weird semantics about like that parking there and then like going in the grocery store and what are people going to think? And why should I care what they think? And I was concerned about other people. It's so weird, this like dynamic of going to the grocery store. Where do you park? Where do you grab your cart? And then like being inside, there's like people with the shopping cart. And I don't know if maybe they've just never considered the etiquette of the shopping cart, but like leaving it in the middle of an aisle, the aisle that has 5,000 different sizes of Tide soap, and then going down 2 aisles and then just perusing everything that's in the travel care center. Like, oh, do I need a travel toothpaste? Do I need air fresheners? Like, and their cart is down there. And so then, I found myself like trying to get through. And maybe I'll like move their cart and they're like, oh, hey, that's my cart. Excuse me, that's my cart. Well, bitch, get your cart and take it to the other aisle with you. But there's just that mentality of like, because it's mine and because I'm here, like, people don't give a shit about anybody else. We've gone over this a million times, but it's just so strange how in every aspect, it's like once you have the cart, everything's off limits. I've seen people leave their purse in the cart. Even at Target now, that middle area of the cart that used to once upon a time be where you would put like a baby. Now some, obviously people without a baby might put a purse. I've seen people put a purse, their Starbucks orders. Maybe they have like a drink for themselves and a drink for someone who's shopping with them. And then in the middle, it literally is the exact space to hold an iPhone without it sliding out, because a lot of people use their Cartwheel app and they want to know what's on sale and maybe their list of what they're buying. And so they just leave that shit abandoned. And then they come back around and I think like, I'm not interested in stealing anything from someone, but everyone is not me and I'm not everyone else. If you leave your shit out, these strangers around here, maybe they'll fish through your stuff. But, these are the same kind of people that let their kids just go hang out in the toy department until they're done. And they're like, oh, you broke all the toys. Oh, well, let's go. Like there's adults doing the same thing. They're leaving their belongings and assuming that, well, I'm under camera. Like if somebody steals something, well, we'll just pull the footage. Like that's where we are right now. People are like, it's not my responsibility to worry about myself. It's not my responsibility to govern myself. The cameras will govern me. The doors lock. I'm over here looking at something. I've been busy today. People should know I'm tired. Everyone's so lackadaisical when it comes to shit. Like, just leave my cart right here. Who cares? I don't fucking work here. You pick it up. Like, are we all still living on the same planet? I don't understand. I don't think it is I don't think it's necessarily a generational thing. I don't think it's necessarily a cultural thing. I think it's just people are at the point where they just don't give a rat's fucking ass about anything because they think that nobody gives a fuck about them. We've gotten this message that, you should not be embarrassed to take up space. Like we should take up space, whether that's physically or, philosophically. Like let people know who you are. Let people know what you need. And I think that's really, really important. But when it's something as simple as shopping at a store like Target or Walmart or Sam's Club or wherever it is, I don't think it's necessary to take up the space that you don't need. So if you're shopping and you know damn well that 2 carts fit down that aisle and you're looking over here, you don't need to leave your cart over here. You can move your cart right next to you where you are, push it up a little forward, gather your things, put them in the cart and push along. And if you see somebody coming through, maybe they have kids or maybe they are in one of those automated things where you're sitting in it and you know that you could accommodate if you just moved over and used the space that you need. I think that is completely the ethical approach. I don't even think it's something you should think about. I think sharing space should be a thing that everybody does all the time, regardless of where you are. Like, why would you want to seem like somebody who is just being obnoxious? What's the point of being obnoxious? Just to say, nobody tells me what to do. Well, apply that to something in your life that matters. Apply that to free speech. Apply that to something else. But like applying that to being in the bread aisle and being like, I'll take up the space I want. You don't tell me to move my cart. Yeah, I do tell you to move your cart. Get your fucking cart out of the way. Share, pig. Fucking share. Piggy, pig, pig. I remember when I was a kid trying to sneak candy out of those like Brock's. The Brock's brand would have like those bins that you could open up and you could get candy or you could get almonds or you could get pinto beans and they would have that. And, I think of that fondly as a kid. I mean, I can see why that's gross because nobody wants like grubby, filthy, dirty children's hands inside of food that other people are going to eat. I say if you are shopping and you are doing that, you're fucking gross. It's not a buffet. If you want to serve some, I guess, I don't know, and weigh it and then it prints a tag. I don't know if it still does that. I think it's a little bit different when you are like in a store and you're in the checkout line and you open up a Diet Coke and you drink it and then you set it and you're like, I'm buying this, like I'm in line, I can't get out. That's a little bit different, but I feel like prepared food items or candy, nah, it's 2023. I don't think invite yourself to like free samples. That's not very Delta. One of my favorite things about grocery store shopping is definitely being in line at the register. And I love seeing all of the magazines, which I think are sort of like a bygone era thing, to see like Women's Week or People Magazine or whatever. But sometimes there's like specialty things like crossword puzzles. There will be best recipes for your air fryer. And then there'll also be those like Life magazine memorial. They still have the Barbara Walters one up at the Target by my house. I really think that is generational. I think there's only a certain generation of people that are like, you know what? I need to spend $20 on the Barbara Walters pamphlet that's here from People Magazine or whatever, because I want to go through and look at all these glossy pictures of Barbara Walters, which, much respect to Barbara Walters and all of the people involved. I know it's in memoriam and it's like a story of her life, but they could not have picked a more dead picture of her. Like, she truly actually looks like casket ready. And somebody had to like take that picture and touch that picture up. And it's really like, I'm not a photographer. I'm not a retoucher by any means. But baby, like they could have like they should have just done an oil painting. You know what I mean? Or like something less, like it's like this. Like that, it needs to be less than that. But also, I see books, a month ago, I was at Target and they still had like best Christmas recipes. Nobody's pulling that off. There's this weird unspoken job that you will see sometimes at like a Target or a Walmart. And that is like the people that work for the greeting cards companies that are like moving in and out. And they move like, they're very stealth. Like you don't really even know like that they're there or when they're going to be there. They just kind of move in and out and you see like the displays are up. But sometimes they're sent in to like clean up the areas and put out the magazines. I think a lot of them aren't doing their job because those books don't need to be out. You know what I mean? I don't. If I saw 4th of July barbecue recipes right now, I would think that they were putting it out for the upcoming 4th of July because we're closer to the new one than we are the last one. So we're closer to 2023 4th of July than 2022 4th of July. But I guarantee you, if it's on the shelf right now, it's from last year. And that's just what they do. They leave these things there. What is the other one I just saw? It was Christmas. I get Valentine's Day. That just happened. It was Christmas. It was Barbara Walters. It was something else. I'm going to remember, and I'm going to bring this back up again because these magazines, I mean, first of all, nobody's buying the magazines. Nobody's buying them. Second of all, the specialty one, like everyone's getting all this stuff on the internet, and then you can print out your own copy of the picture. If you really so badly need a picture of Barbara Walters from an interview that she did in 1979, I think you're just going to pull that up on the internet and print your own picture of that. I don't think you're like, I need this bound in a pamphlet. Do you want to see me take a break? I think you want to see me take a break.
Coming up, Cody Rigsby gets very Delta. That's the T.
I'm a lifestyle guru. He's a celebrity fitness guru. Our next guest is superstar Peloton instructor who placed 3rd on Dancing with the Stars. Please welcome Cody Rigsby. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm so excited you're here.
I'm so excited to be here.
I love you because you are opinionated.
Very.
Without being mean.
No.
And which I love.
Sometimes.
No,
but
I
not
don't
all
think
the
you-
time.
See, that's the thing. It's like a lot of people will say like, oh, so-and-so will read a bitch or so-and-so will, they'll do all this. And it's like, yeah, but you can be nice about it. Because sometimes you're not reading, you're informing people.
Yes.
Right?
And there's a difference.
There is a difference.
Yeah.
I love that
And
about you.
I love sharing opinions. And I believe you are a very opinionated person.
But I don't really have a resolution to anything.
No,
All I
that's
do is just
fine.
have a complaint about things, not really an opinion.
Someone needs to file the complaint
Someone-
so that someone can find the solution.
So we are kind of, from other people's viewpoint, polar opposite. How does a
Yes.
Peloton instructor
Mm-hmm.
end up on this couch?
Mm.
You know what I mean?
You know, I'm a massive drag fan in general.
You love drag.
Love drag race. Loved you on season 3.
Thanks.
Loved you.
That's a white power symbol
Oh.
you just did.
Oh, can we retract that? Can we blur that out? I didn't know that. I was just saying 3. Oh,
I do it all the
3.
time. I do it all the
3.
time.
Is that good?
My white friends let me do it, so it's okay. It's fine.
3. And you know what is, she was scrolling through the TikToks some months ago, and your videos would pop up from Very Delta. I was like, wait, this bitch is funny. This bitch is opinionated and funny, and I love someone who shares opinions, and so therefore I've become a fan of Very Delta.
Do you, because you're obviously in a space where you have to deal with not just you deal with friends, you deal with
Yes.
what you do professionally.
Yes.
Then you deal with people who are quote fans or supporters of what
Yes.
you do. They're excited by what you do.
Yeah.
Then you have to deal with like people on a corporate level sometimes. So you have
Yes.
to. I hate to say, this is like half of a face right here. So what's your other half like? But you have to wear different hats.
Yes.
It's hard, right?
You have to. Yes. I always say that. Well, I am a Gemini too.
Okay.
And we get a rap for having 2 faces and 2 personalities. And I sometimes lean into that. I say I have multiple. I think whatever we do in life, you have to cherry pick a part of you, a character, some would say. And depending on where you are, what arena, what theater, what you're doing, you take that and you amplify it for your audience.
Right.
And I think that's smart.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I think it just depends on where I'm at, what I'm doing, but I always try to keep it authentic and real and me.
Mm-hmm.
And like I can't hold back the trashy little boy from North Carolina.
Trashy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't see you as that, but
She's refined it,
yeah.
but I also lean into it a lot. That's
Uh-huh.
also where my love for fast food comes from.
But do you sometimes just do a day where you're like just having bone broth?
No.
Do you have a bone broth day?
No, I love to eat.
You do?
I might eat
You do.
healthier.
Would you rather have at breakfast 2 eggs or 4 egg whites?
Ooh.
Or are you maybe not? an egg
Honestly,
person?
the egg whites.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It just like depends.
Wheat or white toast?
Wheat. But if it's a sourdough, white. That has more texture.
You know, when you toast sourdough, it gets hard as fuck. It's so good.
It is delicious.
Yeah. What about, do you ever get a loaf of sourdough bread and then it's that round loaf?
Yes.
I just want the middle pieces first.
The middle pieces are great.
Because they're like this
See,
long.
this is what I came to talk about, y'all. This is
like
what I
this
came here
long.
for. The middle pieces are fantastic on a round sourdough. But sometimes you know what the flaw is with that? They don't fit into the toaster.
You have to, it takes longer.
You have to either put it in one side by one side, or you have to cut it in half, which then that defeats the fantasy.
Where have you been all my life?
Thank you. Do you know who has a wonderful sourdough?
Who?
Trader Joe's.
Really? Is it?
Yes.
What's the shape?
It's that shape.
It's
that
shape,
round
but it's
shape.
just good.
Pre-sliced.
Uh-huh.
I have many fond memories of me and my mom. We love a Trader Joe's sourdough.
Oh.
Yeah. It's and what shade are you going on? What shade? What shade of brown are you going on the toaster? Like, if it's a 1 out of 10, like, what are we giving?
Well, I feel like because the pieces are longer, when you put it in, if part of it's hanging out, it starts to curve and then corners start burning.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go low. We're gonna go like a 3-4 on the
that's what I'm saying.
sourdough.
Because I usually like my bread very toasty.
Oh, almost burnt?
Almost burnt. I like it very, very dark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially if it's sourdough. I can't really eat sourdough. I could eat a sourdough bowl with soup in it. But if I'm just going to eat like you can't have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on sourdough bread.
No.
It's not happening.
No, that's going on a regular run-of-the-mill wheat. See, I'd rather have wheat bread for that.
Right.
Okay, you remember how I said, like, Very Delta is for?
Uh-huh.
I feel like Very Delta is for the woman who asks for butter when bread is being served with olive oil.
You have no idea how succinct that is. I promise you that we go to a restaurant called Johnny Carino's every once in a while, and they bring out the thing, and it's the oil, and then there's ground, like dry, and I always say, could I get some butter? How did you know this? How did you know?
I just knew. I know.
You knew.
Because sometimes I'm that girl.
Yeah.
Especially if it's just a bland, boring olive oil.
Right.
I need some butter for this bread.
Yeah.
Butter is better.
Butter
in my
is
opinion.
better. Will
for
you
bread.
Will you eat margarine?
Oof.
I know. Will you eat olive oil butter?
What is that? Like,
don't
do you
know.
mix the two?
No, it's like a butter
no. Because that's essentially margarine. I grew up on margarine. My mother, Cindy, loves margarine. We had, I don't think it was what's the little brown tub?
A country crock.
Country crock. I don't think we had that. I think we had like a yellow one, but I don't know which one it was. And it had some blonde lady on it. I don't know if I can remember it.
Like something Bell?
Yes, something of that sort. So I grew up on that, but I hate margarine now.
You just don't like the taste?
Butter's better. Like, I want the real thing. And I don't need all those chemicals. Going back to the diet soda conversation that we had before we went. Yeah.
Right. Do you drink a soda every once in a while?
I love a soda.
Yeah. Which kind?
In my fridge right now, I have the little baby Coca-Colas and a little baby Sprite. And then also, this is going to be very niche, but there's a Brazilian soda. I love going to Brazil. I've been 7 times. And wow. Yeah. And there's a soda called Guaraná there.
Okay. What does that taste like?
It tastes just like a Red Bull.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it doesn't taste like a trailer park as much as Red Bull.
Do you drink Red Bull sometimes?
That's not my. I would actually say it tastes a little bit more like a Monster. I'll drink a Red Bull once in a while, but it's not my favorite. I don't know, it just doesn't hit. I don't need that much caffeine in a beverage.
Right.
That's not coffee.
Right. I don't think I've definitely tasted Red Bull before. I have this phobia about energy drinks, and people think this is crazy. I have a phobia about energy drinks and really drinking alcohol too often, only because, and of course, and this is real talk, shaming no one, just telling you about me.
Yeah.
I am just not somebody who's ever really like partied with like Coke or like any kind of drugs, just because, baby, I already put my body through so much just getting up and walking around. Really, you have to think about like when you're a large person who is not active, your heart is already doing so much.
Yeah.
And if you add that on top of it, it's like
a recipe for you're doing a lot, girl.
You're really gonna
doing
die,
a lot, girl. You're doing a lot.
Right? So I think about that. And one time I was coming home from San Luis Obispo with my drag daughter Ozma, and we were driving.
Ozma, that's your drag daughter's name. Work.
Madam Ozma. And we stopped at a liquor store, a gas station, and we were gonna fill up. And I said, "Oh, let's go get something to drink." And we went in and we got this and that. And I said, "Ooh, what's Redline? It says tropical." So she was like, "I don't know." I was like, "I'm gonna get it. I want to taste it. It's something new."
Okay.
And I got it, and it was a large can.
Okay.
And I drank the whole thing.
Ooh.
And I was like, "Throw
and
this
this
out."
was at what? At what time?
2:30 in the morning.
Oh Lord.
She reads it and she goes, "Oh, girl,
You're gonna be up for a while.
says it's 3 servings." And this also is like pure energy drink. We were flying. This like maybe 4-hour drive home took us an hour and a half.
Oh, at least. Oh,
This is so long ago that I still had a CD player in the car.
Yes.
We were throwing CDs out the window. Throw that out. We don't want that.
was it
one.
a CD player that was in the car, or you had like a Walkman that you had to put in a
hookup?
tape?
I remember those.
I had one.
Did you?
Yeah.
What did
Well, my first car was a 1990 Kia Sophia, roll down windows.
A Kia what?
Sophia?
What's that?
It's like a sedan, like a Kia sedan, like the cheap model, like a Camry, but like
Okay.
you know, it was
I'm
black.
just saying that sounds so long ago. I mean,
It's
I don't
very.
even know if
I don't
they
think
make
it.
that,
I don't know if it still exists, but it definitely had a
What
tape
color was
player,
it?
black.
Was it used when you got it?
Yes,
or-
I bought it at an auction
Yeah.
from the money that I made at my first job, which was McDonald's.
I know another Gemini whose first job was at McDonald's.
You know,
Yeah.
it created a great work ethic.
Yeah.
Yeah, black Kia Sophia. So then I had to save up more money to buy the CD player and the speakers, but we had that little Walkman with the plug in the thing, and then the tape the fake tape. And I still don't know how that works.
Don't go over a bump.
Don't go over a bump.
Speaking of sourdough and what to make a peanut butter and jelly on, you just feel how about grape jelly?
Oh, it is an abomination.
Why?
It's somewhere in the Bible that is in fact an abomination.
You just hate the taste of it.
It's because here's the thing, like, why is it in every diner, every mom and pop breakfast establishment? Why is that the go-to? Why are you giving me grape jelly when there's a beautiful strawberry jam readily available? And for me, it's that grape jelly, there's no fruit in it. There's no texture in it. It's just the jelly. It's just grape juice jellified. And I don't want that. I want a fruit in there. I want a piece of fruit. I want the seeds to give me texture. And I just hate that somehow grape jelly has become the supreme of toast spreads. I don't need that.
Kind of is.
You know?
And you actually don't even, like you said, with the fruit, you don't even see like grape pieces in
There's
it.
no grape anything in there.
Nothing.
No skins. Nothing.
Do you like apricot preserves?
That one's fine. You know who's?
Well, I
you
thought
know
you were
what's
gonna
up
lose your
there
mind.
also? You know what's up there? Orange marmalade.
Throw it out.
Throw it
Why?
out. Why is it
And
here?
why is the container like the size of my nail? No matter
Do you know
what
how many-
jelly it is.
Yeah, no matter what jelly it is. You know how many I have to open?
Right.
And Lord, and if the one little corner
Right.
isn't working
And then the whole
properly,
thing collapses. Yuck.
like, get out of here. What
Yeah.
is your favorite jam? And I like a jam or a preserve,
Right. Right.
not a jelly.
I would say my go-to would definitely be strawberry.
Love it.
But I recently bought and have not opened cherry preserves.
I was gonna actually say, have you tried cherry?
I haven't opened them yet, but I bought it yesterday.
It is really good. It has a higher concentrate of flavor than other jams and jellies, so it's gonna be very tart.
Mm-hmm.
So you might need less, but I'm not gonna limit your journey with that.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
taste test it.
Do you like honey?
I
maybe
like
having
honey
as a spread.
As a spread, not necessarily.
Yeah.
I like that on top of things.
like a lube as a lube.
Yeah.
Would you do it as a
Yes.
lube? Yeah.
Like a food lube or a lube?
Like
No,
like
a lube. That's
no.
That's like almost like water-based lube, which I cannot.
no.
If I
No.
no, if I should no,
No.
If I show up to your home and we're going to have sexual relations and you whip out, can I look into the camera?
Yes.
If you whip out water-based lube, I don't care if you're a top or a bottom. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. Okay? Get some silicone-based lube. You heard it here.
Ooh. Spit is water-based lube, right? It is. It is. But it's natural.
It is, but there's got to be a percentile of oils in there somewhere. Fuck,
right.
even get coconut oil.
Oh.
You know the granola girls. That's what they sometimes
That's what they use.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna say I haven't in a jam. That's a good pun. Thank you. It's just that like there's something about the smell that's not very.
But you're a summer person. I would love the smell of
I
coconut
think it just depends.
and the beach.
Yeah.
But
not
not
my
in
favorite.
someone's ass.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Come on. Yeah, I don't want all that mixed together.
We don't need all that mixed together.
Yeah, we want it like on our arms and our back.
Yes.
Let's take a break.
Very Delta, helping people live better lives since last year.
So we're coming back?
And we're back. Energy up. Oh, she only does the woo part?
Yeah, everybody does it. Everybody does whatever part they want. See? That's loud. We are back. We are here with Cody Rigsby. We are talking about all of it.
All of it, baby.
Yeah, all of it. You are absolutely a person of balance.
Yeah.
And part of that balance means that you love fast food.
I love fast food.
What do you love about fast food?
Well, I think I love the nostalgia of it. It reminds me of my childhood. It reminds me of easier times. I mean, listen, it might be trashy. It might at times not be the best thing for your health and best done in moderation. But that shit tastes good.
You had a game you want to play.
Yes.
Tell me about this.
Okay. So my assistant came up with this great idea for us.
Okay.
Because she knows that we both love fast food establishments.
Okay.
And we have many opinions on them.
Okay.
And she is a big college basketball kind of girl. I could not care less about basketball.
Okay.
And so she recently made me fill out a bracket. And so I thought we would merge those two worlds.
Okay.
And do a fast food bracket.
Okay.
And I think that so, we've got 4 regions.
Okay.
And we've got to, pick the winners as we go along. And ultimately, we are going to crown the king, queen, royalty of this bracket.
Okay, let's do it.
And the regions there's a burger region.
Burgers?
A classy burger region.
Okay.
An elevated hamburger establishment.
The place with like metal stools and like Edison bulbs.
Yes, there's something about it. We've got not a burger region.
Okay.
Those are your tacos, chicken establishments. Great. And then we have a sandwich region. So let's start with McDonald's and Sonic. Have you been to a Sonic?
I've been to a Sonic, but I only had a beverage there.
Oh, and they have incredible beverages.
Right.
Slushy beverages. They have something called ocean water that honestly kind of tastes like coconut oil.
Okay.
And if coconut oil smelled exactly like the way I think ocean water tasted, I might change my opinion on that.
Okay.
You know what I loved at Sonic? Sonic used to have a delicious BLT.
Oh, I love
on a
BLT.
very thick Texas toast,
Mm-hmm.
and of course, bacon, lettuce, and tomato, and lots of mayonnaise because that's what makes
That's
a
what makes it
BLT.
good for you.
Yeah, I do love mayonnaise.
I
That's
like firm tomatoes in it.
Oh, that's what's making it
Firm.
for you.
Mhm.
Firm. Yeah, we don't want mushy.
Mm-mm.
We do not want mushy. A firm
What's
tomato.
their burger like?
Their burgers,
Is it McDonald's or them? Because if you
Oh,
if we're going off
are we
burger-
if we're going off? Yeah, because we are going off burger. McDonald's has been able to keep a high quality product for many years at a very large scale,
Mhm.
and so I think I'm gonna go with McDonald's.
I'm going to go with McDonald's as well,
Mhm.
only because I don't know the other one
Mhm.
and because My go-to order at McDonald's for a burger is the two cheeseburger combo, but I like it plain.
The number 2. Do they even have that anymore as the number 2?
I think every time I see it, it's like a number 8 or something.
Oh,
for
but
us.
it used to be a number 2, right?
I
The
could be
2
wrong.
cheeseburger meal, I believe, was
Yeah.
the number 2. My best friend in elementary school used to order it all the time.
Yeah.
That wasn't my go-to, but
No.
If it's a burger at Burger King,
You're gonna have a Big Mac.
No, I'm gonna have
no, we're at McDonald's.
McDonald's. Sorry, we're gonna have a quarter pounder.
I love a quarter pounder.
I need that meat.
It's delicious.
It's
delicious.
Even the double cheeseburger is like a little too thin.
Okay.
You know, emaciated. I need a little bit more beef, baby.
Yeah, I agree. I like that.
Mhm.
I cannot really get into a Big Mac just because I always feel like it
It's
tastes
too
like
much bread.
And I feel like it tastes like you're eating out of a dumpster. Like it just seems so sloppy or something. Like the bottom of a dumpster.
Yeah, I feel that.
Something about it.
I
don't
feel
know.
that.
Okay, so we're picking McDonald's.
We're picking McDonald's.
And what's our next choice?
Oh, so this one's easy for me. White Castle versus Burger King.
I'm gonna say Burger King.
Yeah, Burger King.
Yeah.
The flame broiled taste.
It's my favorite burger of all
Fast food burgers.
I like to have a Whopper, but I recently noticed that the mayonnaise, maybe it's just a new thing, or I don't know, maybe it's my taste buds. Their mayonnaise tastes slightly Miracle Whip now.
Oh.
And I want to vomit.
You're not a fan of Miracle Whip.
I could never. Put me on a, you know what? Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you this truth right
I like
here.
it in moderation, but
If you put me on a Miracle Whip diet, I would be the king of the Peloton. I would put the dildo on the bike. People would be watching me. It wouldn't even be OF content. It would be the regular content because I would be so fucking stacked. I would be.
couldn't touch it.
Yeah, because I wouldn't be eating anything.
Wow.
I can't. Can you eat Miracle Whip?
My mom used to love it, so yeah.
Cindy loves
Cindy
it.
loves it. But it's not my favorite. I'd much rather have a mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? Best Foods on the West Coast and the same company as Hellman's on the East Coast.
Oh.
It's the same brand.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to go with.
We're gonna go with Burger King. White Castle, it just like it never hit for me. It's too much, definitely too much bread. The burgers are too small. I think I've been to White Castle maybe once. It's not my thing.
Yeah. Jada Essence Hall told me that she calls them fart burgers. She said they're not good.
They're not good.
I was like, oh, I've never had one. She's like, you don't need to have one. I'm telling you right now.
You don't.
I'm saving you.
Yeah.
Don't eat it.
Waste. Okay, Carl's Jr., which is a delicious burger, and Cookout. And here's the thing: in Cookout for me, I grew up in North Carolina, and so it's very much an East Coast, like Southern place.
Okay.
They have what I love about Cookout is it tastes like you are at the barbecue or a cookout, as we call it in the South. So the burgers are really tasty. But also you can get a cookout tray. So that could be a burger. They also have barbecue, North Carolina style barbecue. You can get a chicken sandwich. Oh, I was going to talk about Burger King. I used to be obsessed with the long chicken sandwich.
They just brought some back. I know what you're talking about. They did the regular, the Italian, and the French.
Yeah, but I just want the OG. Long one.
So good.
It's a chicken patty, essentially. I digress. But God, that used to get me together, the Burger King.
Correct.
So correct. And that mom had to be making good money at that in that week if we were getting a chicken sandwich from Burger King. Otherwise,
I feel you.
No, man, we can't afford that. Put that back.
Yeah.
But Cookout, you can get a main side, and then you have like a plethora of different sides. French fries, seasoned fries, hush puppies.
I love hush puppies.
I love a hush puppy. And for anybody listening, that is just fried cornbred, and it's delicious. Also, what I love, coleslaw. What's your opinion on coleslaw?
I love coleslaw.
I love coleslaw.
But what I don't understand is like a place like what's the chicken tender place that's
Cane's?
Cane's.
Raising Cane's?
Yeah. Why is the coleslaw only this big? Like and then they act like that's a side.
That's not a side.
No, so
that's a condiment.
So what you can do if you want more of like if you're like I don't really want that, you can just tell them all fries, no coleslaw, and you'll get double the amount of fries.
Love it.
But if you want a double coleslaw, you would just get that little pill container. Yeah.
No. At Cookout, what I loved though is that chicken nuggets are a side. Not a main.
Oh my God.
Chicken nuggets are a side.
What's your dipping sauce for those?
Oh, a barbecue.
Like
but
a barbecue.
Sometimes barbecue, not all barbecues are equal.
It's so regional. Barbecue flavor is regional.
But for fast food, who has an amazing barbecue sauce is McDonald's.
Do you like it?
I love it.
Okay.
It's a classic. Are you not a fan?
I prefer Wendy's barbecue sauce.
No, we're fighting.
You can't
we're
do it.
literally fighting.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I thought we were aligned.
No, we're not.
We're not. We're fighting
not.
over barbecue sauce. Wendy's?
Wendy's barbecue sauce is way good. It's
No.
darker. It's darker, girl. It's completely dark. The other one is watered down, and you know this. It's more ketchup.
I like the ketchup-y taste
Then
from
get ketchup. Why are you not eating more ketchup?
And why am I not eating more ketchup? And McDonald's also has a supreme ketchup.
They do have an excellent ketchup.
The high sugar content in a McDonald's ketchup is incredible.
You know who's cunty though is people who open up a ketchup packet sideways and try to dip their
Oh my
fries in it.
God.
Get out of here. Knock it off.
Ma'am.
Knock it off. Just open up like 5 packets in a
Yes.
thing and then grab like 3 fries.
Thank you.
Come
Who has
on.
time for that?
Right, we're not impressing each other
No,
when
we're not.
eating McDonald's.
Wow, we've only made it through 3 of these brackets. Okay, Cookout or Carl's Jr.
I'm going with your opinion.
I'm going to
because
say Cookout. Honestly,
already
it's
trust
better.
you. I
It's
trust
better. Okay, wonderful. I love that. Speaking of Wendy's, our next one is Wendy's versus Jack in the Box.
Okay. For my vote, my number one, just in general, fast food restaurant is Jack in the Box.
Oh, wow. I thought you were going to say Wendy's because of your love of their
Because
barbecue sauce.
They have a couple of things that a lot of places don't
Oof.
have. Number one,
I
they
hope you say what I hope
they
you're
have a
gonna say.
ton of appetizer items,
Mhm.
right? Which
Yes.
could also turn into a main course.
Yes.
Because for
You
me,
could make a whole appetizer sampler there if you
Yes.
wanted.
the other thing is they have a value menu that a lot of
Okay.
places don't have.
In this day and age, in
In
this
this day and
economy,
age,
wow.
right.
One of my favorite things from Jack in the Box is, I think, on that dollar menu,
Which is
the taco.
the taco is excellence.
They call whatever's inside of it beef. I don't know if it is. It's like a paste.
It's a paste.
It's a paste.
Can you
with a-
imagine brushing your teeth with that paste? Because it's the same consistency.
It literally is.
Yeah.
And there's some sort of iceberg lettuce in there, and the hot sauce really hits for me though.
Yeah. I'm not one who will add an extra packet of hot sauce.
No.
Because I'm
There's
usually
enough.
I'm eating it in the car.
Yes. And
So
it's a great car snack.
it is.
It comes in that sleeve. You can take a bite. You can put. It's like a push up. You know. You can
Yeah.
keep going while you drive. Yes.
I've gotten to the point where I am old enough to now say to people, I remember when I was a kid, but I do remember when I was a kid, they would do a special where it was 3 tacos for 99 cents.
I
Whoa.
only remember 2.
Yeah.
I
That
only
was always the
remember
standard,
2.
2.
2.
Yeah, the 3 was
What
never.
was the size of those 3 though? Is it
They were the regular size.
Oh.
Now, have you had a monster taco?
Yes, I
Are
have.
you into it?
I love a monster taco.
They do the
yeah.
cheesy nacho,
Oh.
regular.
regular. I
Yeah.
don't think I've had cheesy nacho.
I'm not into it.
Keep it classic.
But see, so anyway, Jack in the Box is like my number one
Okay.
overall, just because I feel like if breakfast, lunch, dinner, they're one of the only places too that still has a side salad.
Oh.
You can still order a side salad. Wendy's got
Wendy's
rid of
doesn't
those.
have a side
They
salad?
got rid of them. They used to have a side and a side Caesar, and they got rid of it.
Wow.
They used
the
to have
side Caesar salad at Wendy's is a sleigh.
Yeah, and they used to have at Wendy's the deluxe garden salad, which was a bigger just garden salad that came with a breadstick. What are you gonna do?
With
You know,
a breadstick.
With a breadstick for $1.99.
Wow.
It used to be the tea. They also had, remember the room that you would go in? It was like a
The
buffet
sunroom.
salad bar.
Oh, I remember it. I've heard stories. I've heard fables of the said salad bar, but I've never
I
experienced
wish
it in
I
my
could
life.
take you back in time.
I wish we
Queen.
could. If we had a time traveling machine, we would go back
time-traveling
to
Peloton.
There,
Can
there
you
we
imagine if we
go.
were on that?
That would be fierce with the dildo.
I wish you had one, and then there was a little sidecar, so I didn't have to do any pedaling. I
I'll
could
do
just
all
sit
the
there.
work.
Yes,
But not on that dildo.
No, we don't
No.
need that. We don't need that.
Okay, we are really not getting through this
It
bracket.
doesn't matter. We will.
This also takes me into my second very Delta is for the woman
Okay.
that orders a small French fry with her McDonald's Caesar McSalad shaker.
100% true. It's balance.
It's
you have to have balance.
balance.
You have to have balance. I always say to people like, "Oh God, I love salads," and they go, "Oh, really? Salads are so healthy." I'm like, "Not the way I do them. Not the way I do them." Because yeah, I think I could sprinkle the French fries on top of the salad.
Absolutely.
I probably wouldn't, but I could.
But after you shake the McSalad shaker.
right,
Because that's specific.
Yeah.
Not the McDonald's salad.
the shaker
McSalad shaker.
that fits in your soda cup holder, the one that pulls out of your Toyota Corolla. You just put it right here.
Oh, but that girl might be opening the ketchup packets in
Uh-huh.
that specific manner
Kind-
from the
trying to be-
top and dipping one by
Trying
one.
to impress people.
Yeah, she
Uh-huh.
might
Yeah.
on her lunch break.
Yep.
Bringing it back to the cubicle.
100,000,000%.
Mm-hmm.
What's our next place?
Oh, well, we got Jack in the Box or Wendy's. So we're
okay. So, but what I was gonna say, if it was burger wise, I would go Wendy's burger.
Okay.
I like the Wendy's burger.
I'm gonna agree with you.
Yeah.
Although I do love the Frisco moment at Jack in the Box. They have a Frisco moment, right? Or the bread.
The sourdough bread.
Yeah. Speaking of sourdough,
that's
bring
a
it
good one.
full circle. I'm gonna agree with you. Let's go with Wendy's.
Wendy's.
All right. So then that leaves us with this is a big head-on collision here. McDonald's versus Burger King, and Cookout versus Wendy's.
McDonald's versus Burger King. It's gonna be Burger King for me.
Wow.
It's gonna be Burger King. Yeah.
Are we going? And we're going. I guess we should strictly go on the
Burgers.
burgers here. We're not going to go the full
the
menu.
all-American burger.
You know what? I'm going to actually agree because the flame broiled taste at Burger King is
It takes it there.
it takes it there.
Is there anything extra you put on a burger at places? Like, would you say extra onion on that?
pickle?
Same here. I like to have I want a layer. Of
I
pickles.
love pickles.
Yeah, I
Give
like
me the
that
pickles,
acid.
girl.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one was Cookout.
Cookout versus Wendy's.
Oh, I'm gonna say Cookout, even though I haven't had it. I trust
I honestly
you.
think.
I know you know me already.
You know, it's beautiful. It doesn't even come in like a Cookout. You what it comes in is a aluminum foil, like as if your mom like packed you a burger to take with you. And it's so hot and juicy.
The next time we are in Houston together,
I don't know if it's gonna be in Houston though.
No, but if we do,
okay,
we go to a place called Langford's.
Okay.
And it looks like an old craftsman house.
Love.
And you go in there, and my friend Ty Blue took me there one time, and I'm telling you, the food is it's burgers. You pull off the side, and you're like just parked in the grass, and you go in, and they're like burgers.
Oh.
So that when I hear Cookout, I think of that sort of
I
like
think we're
that
lying.
pride.
Yes.
There's a pride
Yes.
in what they do.
Yes. Okay, so now we've got Cookout versus Burger King.
It's gonna be Cookout.
Wow.
I don't care. But I'm gonna blindly say it's gonna be Cookout.
You are gonna make my assistant Ren very happy because that was her choice.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's a solid.
And as a North Carolinian, I think my state can be proud.
Well, I've always wanted to live in a Gulf state because my dream is to have a home that is got a wraparound porch.
Ooh.
And I like
for the what? Sun tea.
For the sun tea
For
that we
the sun
talked about.
tea.
And I like to see a backyard that sort of rolls down like this to a private dock. You know what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about.
It's very rich.
Well, I have money.
Oh,
I'm very rich. I'm very. You can tell.
Expensive and rich.
Right. You see all these things.
Accoutrements.
Money. These are art pieces, and you know.
See them at Sotheby's very soon.
Except when it comes to tacos, if I'm not getting 3 for $1, there's going to be a problem.
Well, you have to save money somewhere.
Right.
You have to.
I don't like missing a half a day of skiing. That's something that really upsets me.
That is so topical.
Wow,
that's quick, Delta.
Yeah, I don't like missing it. Where does your family ski?
Actually, I've only been skiing once.
Only once?
Only one here I'll let you in a little secret. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but contractually, I'm not allowed to ski.
Oh, okay.
Because if I bust my fucking knee,
right,
she can't get on that bike.
Right.
So I stay away from it.
Do you know Mary Hart? She's
I know the name.
She's a famous entertainment journalist.
Oh yeah, from Entertainment Tonight. Yes.
Mary Hart and myself are the only two entertainment reporters that have our legs insured for $1 million.
Oh, very good.
That's why you can't ever see my legs here.
Absolutely.
Because
keep
when people
those insured, please.
I have to. I don't know who was so optimistic to think that we were going to be able to get through all of that, but I'm really, really excited about it because I've already learned about a new place that I need to eat at.
Yes.
I explicitly trust you on this. I think you know exactly what I need. Yeah, trust fall for sure.
Right into the arms of Cookout.
Yeah. Chicken nuggets as a side.
Chicken nuggets as a side.
Come on.
I didn't say they were high quality chicken nuggets.
Doesn't matter.
But it's a side?
Right. The framework is there.
Exactly.
We can change chefs. We can do all of that. Yeah. Let's take a break.
Do you want to? Read Delta. Stay tuned.
We are back with Cody Rigsby. We are talking about his heterosexuality and how I'm scared of it.
Oh wow, it's all a scam. It's all a scam. Just because I do enjoy the taste of a beer.
Yeah. No.
Out of a bottle.
Out of a bottle. Like you like break it open with your teeth.
Oh,
like,
whoa. No.
I saw you at El Coyote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I had a very strong margarita last night.
Well, this is the part of the podcast where people will write in letters.
We love letters, and we get to share our opinions.
Yeah.
And in this instance, they asked for them.
That's what I say. That's what I say. 100%.
So you tell me that people are asking for our opinions, and we get to give them.
And you have to give them like 1,000,000%. I forgot my letter opener.
Oh, so we're using this makeup brush.
I have to. I have no choice. And I have on these nails.
She's resourceful.
That Angel, my friend, did for me. And
they're beautiful.
Aren't they pretty?
They're
but they're
gorgeous.
Like they're they're a little long.
Did you just get them done?
Well, they're they're stick on.
Oh.
Yeah, but we don't want to tell everyone. I did. I just got them done. All right. Dear Delta and guest, how does moisture-wicking fabric work? Where does the moisture go? Can it take a picture of blue? Can I take a picture of blue liquid? Wait. Can it take a picture of blue liquid like a maxi pad commercial? Thank you, very Russell.
Wow, Russell. What a very insightful question.
Yeah, I've wondered this before too. Do you wear moisture-wicking clothing?
First of all, you know how I feel about the word M-O. I spell out M-O-I-S-T because people are it's a very polarizing word. People are triggered by that word.
I never really thought about it.
I don't know, but a lot of people don't like the word moist.
I don't like the word panties.
That's up there. Yeah.
I feel like just say underwear, undergarments,
yeah. Panties
underpinnings.
makes me feel uncomfortable.
Do you say underpinnings when you go buy underclothing?
No, I think I just say underwear.
You just say underwear.
Yeah, but I'm definitely not saying panties.
Do you buy? You don't buy panties. No. Okay, so how does moisture wicking work? Do you think?
Okay, so I actually have a degree in consumer apparel and retail studies.
Okay,
and I did take some textile classes in college. And so I feel like I should know this, but I don't know exactly how it works. But I think it just kind of helps in the evaporation process.
Yeah, there must be something in it that helps it absorb quicker.
Yeah, I think it kind of just like
or dissipate.
It's like, Metamucil or fiber. It just like kind of as it's going down the colon just starts collecting things and bringing it all together so there's an easier flow out. Are we not aligned here?
How does it do it again? Show me.
Just grabbing. It's like, it's like one of those.
Do you dress up for Halloween?
Yes, I love Halloween.
Do you think you would ever be a sexy colon?
What would that entail?
You would just go like this. Well, you're wearing stripes, which remind me of
a
like
colon?
sort of the channels of a
colon.
Got it.
Okay.
So if you did something like that in sort of different colors of rose and pink, maybe a burgundy in areas, and you went like this.
Yes.
You would be Cody as sexy colon.
Sexy colon, and not this colon.
Right.
This colon.
Right. That colon.
I try to stay away from fart and poop humor.
Really? I don't.
I know.
I run to it. You don't like it?
It's not. I don't have any problem with it. It's just like I like hearing it from other people, but it's not. It's not a land that I venture into very much.
Well, have you ever made a fake fart noise and then felt bad about it?
No.
No. Would you make one now if you had to? Yeah,
that one's bad.
It's not organic for you.
It's not real.
I don't think you fart. Actually, I bet you physically don't because you don't know how to emulate the sound of it.
I'm a very proper lady,
or a tight ass,
I guess.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think you're a tight ass. I think you're a very open person.
Yes, very.
I think it's maybe one of the things I like about you is that you don't engage in that kind of humor.
Yeah, it's just not for me. But I am not judging it.
Right. I don't think you're a judgmental person at all. I definitely don't get that from you at all.
If a poop or fart humor TikTok goes by me, I will, and it's funny, I'll laugh.
Yeah. Right.
Did we answer this Russell's question?
You know what, Very Russell? We don't know how moisture wicking fabric works, but I will tell you that unless you are a person who actively golfs as an amateur, beginner, or professional, I don't think you need to be wearing those like really thin sort of onion skin trousers that are supposed to be moisture wicking. I think we should just save those for people who golf.
Yeah, and I think that's actually a proper assessment because, like, literally, if you're doing a lot of working out, you're going to be sweating so much that wicking fabric is not going to do shit.
Come on.
But golf is a light lift, and so that might be the perfect workout game for said fabric.
Right.
Do you golf? Have you golfed?
My family does golf.
Oh.
Yeah, my family is a golfing family for sure. I do it just so that I have a reason to wear pastels like all year round, which is one of my favorite things.
Okay. You love a pastel.
I love pastel. I love popped collars.
Oh.
Do you ever pop your collar?
I mean,
let's both pop our collars. Look at that.
It is apparently this is coming back.
Well, guess what?
This is coming this was high school for me. We had the stacked polos, and I know that was also a reference to like the 80s.
Yeah.
So it's like, every 15, 20 years we're going in the same direction.
So I'm not great at hashtag searches on TikTok,
Okay.
but sometimes they come up and I read them. And there's this thing where people have redefined what preppy means.
Oh.
So I was noticing some people say like, oh my gosh, I'm loving this new preppy look. I'm loving my preppy look, but they looked kind of like bohemian and it was really
Lord,
pretty.
No.
And then people were like, hey, that's, preppy is a different look. It's like
Yeah.
literally derived from prep school.
Yes.
And the kids were saying, no, we've redefined it. It means this now.
I would agree with that because even in my high school day,
Mm-hmm.
the preppy look was like the Abercrombie and Fitch
Yeah,
look.
yeah.
It was still it was like a polo with a distressed jean and a rainbow sandal. Oh, horrendous. But I wouldn't say that is the clear definement of preppy.
Did you ever wear Jinko jeans?
I do now. I feel like I have a pair of Jinkos now, but not in the day.
No,
No,
not the huge ones.
No. I wish I did though.
Yeah. If we were gonna dress up for Halloween,
Uh-huh.
Which Spice Girl would you be?
Sporty Spice.
I think that's perfect.
Yeah. It's very on the nose. And I used to listen. The thing is, growing up, I always thought I was a posh. Thought I was that girl. And then I think as I grew up and moved into my space, I realized that I was a Sporty Spice because she is the hardest working girl, and she has the best vocals. Not that I have great vocals. And she was also a castmate of mine on Dancing with the Stars, and I lost it when I met her.
Aww.
I lost it when I met her. I have a beautiful story about how I met her, but I'm going to do a shameless plug right now. You will be able to read about it in my book, XOXO Cody, which comes out September 12th.
Yes. We will have. Sometimes we feature a book out here. We're gonna have to feature the book. We will.
I will
that.
send it to you.
I love that. All right. Hi Delta. I'm so awkward right after I finish making love. I never know what to say. Can you help? What are some cool things I can say? Can you recommend conversation topics? I need guidance. Best full release Phil. I love the name Full Release Phil.
Full Release Phil. And cool things to say after. Now, Phil, when you say making love, that implies that you are with a lover.
Right.
Someone you care about. Right?
It does suggest that unless you are
of a certain age.
Well, it could be that, and also, if you're a sex worker, and we believe that sex work is work, and so I think if you're providing a GFE, which is Greek girlfriend experience, BFE boyfriend experience, you can do that, but both people are under this actual knowledge,
the fantasy.
Yeah, that we're providing fantasy here.
But not always in that situation are both parties under aware.
Yeah, it can get weird. It can get
of
weird.
course. I mean, that's why.
Sex work is work for you professionally?
Some could say there's some parallels between what I do and escorting.
Yeah,
I haven't
really?
I don't know. I just kind of pulled that out of my ass.
Have you escorted before?
No, I have not.
You have not?
No.
I think a wonderful way
but no judgment.
Yeah, no judgment.
No judgment. Get your coins, girls.
Yeah, I think for Full Release Phil, a great way to like strike up a conversation is to just get the money out of the way and say your money's on the dresser. I mean, why not get that out of the way? And that breaks the ice.
That does break the ice.
Yeah,
but if if this is someone of importance, you could just say I love you. But maybe it's not someone of importance. And you don't always have to make conversation.
Right.
What about a little bit of a cuddle?
Or what about like do you want me to call you an Uber?
Exactly.
Or do you want to call the Uber yourself?
You know.
Or did you want to DoorDash McDonald's, or do you want me to DoorDash McDonald's?
Now you're speaking our language.
Yeah, like just get out of it.
But if it's not someone you care about, I'm not. God, could you imagine?
Yeah.
Uber eatings are seamless. The food, and you're waiting the 30, 40 minutes, and then you have to have the food, and you want this person out of your home.
Right.
So I think it's let me call you an Uber.
So yeah, basically, we don't know really anything about moisture wicking or exactly what the nicest thing is to say after you've
made whoopee.
Made whoopee. Some people used to say that. There's a song called Making Whoopee.
Whoopee, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't that an old-timey way of saying fuck?
Olden-timey days. Olden-timey days.
Yeah.
I saw a girl on TikTok and she was putting butterfly clips in her hair. And she goes, this is what they used to wear in the olden-timey days.
Bitch.
Like, oh,
wow.
Wow. Really? If you'd like to send a letter to be answered on the show, you can email me at readmedelta@gmail.com. And people send in, all these letters. So you can send in questions. If you have a question about this particular, I don't know, this interview or food bracketing or food racketeering or food fracking, whatever it is, send a letter at readmedelta@gmail.com. That's all the time we have for today. Where can people find you on social media?
At Cody Rigsby on Instagram. And some bitch took my name on TikTok before I could get it.
Really?
So I think it's at Cody_Rigsby on TikTok. And of course, the Peloton community. Join me on the bike. Join me on the app. Another shameless plug. I don't know if it's free right now.
There's no shameless.
Oh, listen, I'll plug something.
Yeah,
if you've never tried the Peloton app,
up.
you can take the class with me, and there's always like a free trial period. So join me. And it doesn't. I do cycling classes, meditation classes, dance cardio classes. It's for the girl. It's for the aspiring fitness girl.
It's for the she who is.
Which leads me into my final. Very Delta. Is for the girl that enjoys a tab cola directly after her aerobics class.
I love that. I remember tab cola. Yeah, pink can.
Pink.
Hello.
Honestly, it's so chic.
It is so chic. It's so aerobics.
Oh my goodness.
Jazzercise.
Yes. In her convertible.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. It's a little bit of it could be a side pony or like one barrette on the side. I love that. I love that. Special shout out to everyone who is watching the talk show on YouTube. So much love to you. Thank you for supporting it. Thank you for your comments. All of that stuff means a whole ton to us. So thank you for doing that. Also, you know what is very Delta? Subscribing to Mom so you do not miss an episode. And if you want to see this or listen to this a day early, you subscribe to Mom Plus. We would love to see you there. So much love. You can find me on Instagram at Delta
Work.
And you can also follow the show for dedicated socials and updates, everything on TikTok and Instagram at Very Delta. Because if you're not following us on social media, you're only getting half the Delta. Until next week, keep things very Delta.
On the next Very Delta, bitch, it's Naomi Smalls.
Can you turn to the camera? This is going to be your camera. And can you say, I am very Delta?
I am very Delta. Oh, sick.
Oh my God, it was so good.
This episode of Very Delta was brought to you by Orange Diamond, the official emoji of the Very Delta show.
To listen to Very Delta one day early and ad-free, sign up for Mom Plus at mompodcasts.plus. Very Delta is produced by Moguls of Media, aka Mom. Hosted by Delta Work and produced by Mark Jacobs. Engineered by Margot Padilla and editing by Doug Robertson. Executive produced by Willem Belli, Alaska Thunderfuck, Big Dipper, and Joe Cilio. Hi, it's me, Delta Work. Do you like to see me go off? Well, if you do, hit subscribe, turn on your notifications, because we don't want you to miss any of our Mom Podcast exclusive content.